Hey, what's up? This is Cavalier M3 here with this is my deck profile for Uria OTK. And well, still work in progress. This is the third version. Anyway, starting with the monsters. We got Uria, Lord of Searing Flames. I have 3 copies of those, because if it's the main monster of the deck, it's very important. And so, if I do it right, I can get a lot of them, and quickly. Now then, the next 2 monsters I have is the Tredigga. If I take battle damage, I can summon him with ignoring the fact that there's traps and whatever else. And then plus it's a level 10, and then if I have cards in my hand, I can keep him there, and he gets attack and whatever I can do. Then the last one is Sagan. If you can see that, I can't. I use Sagan because I need something to help search out one of 3 Urias because it is the main point of the deck. And without Sagan, I will be screwed. Anyway, spells. Reasoning mills the entire deck, and so does Monster Gate. Awesome part about Monster Gate is that I can tribute Sangan for it. And then, no, because Sangan went to the graveyard, Sangan will chain Monster Gate and will allow me to grab Uria, and then it will mill my deck till it hits one of my Trediggas. Then card destruction for, hand. I can remove traps. Dark World Dealings, I can draw a spell. I can draw a card, discard a continuous trap. Now, Pot of Duality, the next cards, I run 3 of those because I found out that they're pretty helpful. Because sometimes I won't special summon the first turn, and when I get first turn, I'll get it. Monster Reincarnation is just to make sure I can, if I accidentally pitch all 3 of my Urias because of reasoning, I can grab it back. And then the next one is Gold Sarcophagus, which I'm using that, to grab stuff. Now, 3 Royal Decrees for my traps. It allows me to summon, I can summon Uria using them, and I can also negate every other trap on the field. So, in case my opponent has a Solemn Warning, Solemn Judgment, Royal Decree will negate it when he's summoned. And like I said, it's trap folder for Uria. It's very helpful, especially when I'm dealing with people that love to counter trap me. And they're a pain. Next is, I have these next 6 traps can be whatever I want. I have 3 Zom of the Spirit and then 3 Embodiment of Pulpus. I can use whatever because that is an 1800 attack trap monster. The next one is 1600. And then if I wanted to swap those out, I can put in Metal Reflect Slime, which has 3000 defense, which monsters would help because I only have 3 of them I can summon, and then yeah, and 6 of them altogether. The next 3 is Fiendish Chain. It helps me stop attacks, and also it negates like a pesky marshmallow and other monsters that can't be destroyed by battle, and their effects are negated. Then the next 3 I have is Nightmare Wheel. That not only stops attacks, but it also deals 500 damage every standby phrase, and everyone wants to get rid of it, so it helps. The next 2 I put is Safe Zone when I get there. Sorry about that lag, whatever happened. That was weird. Nightmare Wheel stops attacks and deals damage, which is helpful if I have to play the waiting game. Safe Zone is just to make sure my opponent, if I have to keep Uria on the field longer than I want him to, I can safe zone him, which he won't be able to attack directly, but I plan on attacking my opponent's like weakest monster. Then 2 Scrubbed Raid to help with ending battle phrase. Gravity Bind again. Well, in my newer version I get rid of that. So, yeah. Now Discord is for players that are extremely synchro happy. I'm never gonna run into them, but I don't know. I get rid of them for skill drain because I ran into a kid who still plays Jinzo. That irritated me. And then last, I put a Wall Revealing Light to block more attacks. I get rid of that card too just because there are more important traps I could play. Now that the cards I considered, Imperial Iron Wall, that is just to make sure if I summon Uriah, my opponent can't bottomless trap hole me, which is a pain in the butt. So those are just, cards I could use. Next three is the Mask of Restrict. Those are for people that are extremely tribute happy. And if you're tribute happy, you have to worry about that. Metal Reflect Slime, Trap Monster, I need those. Then the next three I have decided for, well, Metal Reflect Slime, you can use it. It's pretty good. Now then, Rivalry of the Arch of the Warlords. Make sure that I can keep only one type of monster on my opponent's field. So if I'm going up against a Dino Rabbit, he has to choose either between dinos or the rabbit. Hard decision. Then Anti-Spell Fragrance pretty much allows me to make sure if my opponent has to play a heavy storm, he has to set it, and when I spring up my Uriah, I can destroy it. And then there's nothing to worry about in my extra deck. I was just I put 6 level 10 level ranked 10 monsters just because I was never going to use them, but it just helps. Well, that's my Uriah OTK deck. Please comment, leave a message, subscribe. See you later, alligator. Been a while, crocodile.